And hello everybody, this is Gamer with Opinions, and we're back with another tutorial video. And as promised, we are going to continue with the elements, and this time we're gonna go with a water line. The free archetype in the game. I should have started with that one, but my love for Earth was too strong. This is a special request from DB Brawler from Wah Alliance on 119. So here's to you, DB, and here's how we can work a water line. The water line is a bit problematic. It's underpowered, doesn't it heals good, but doesn't heal good enough to actually be able to tank and be a stall line. So the only way that we can actually make this work, and I don't have all the pieces actually to even build it properly, all right? But I'm still gonna show you, so no, I can't, I will have to recall. So I will explain to you what is needed for that. So first, we're gonna go see the dragon, of course, because like I've explained in the other video, dragons are what makes this thing works. And like I said, most of the time, third skill will give you the logic of the archetype. So in this case, in battle, your immortal gets a plus 12 crit value, plus 12 dodge. Whenever your immortal inflicts skill damage, it's important to notice that this is skill damage. All your water immortal gets 6% damage, and it stacks up to 5. So we can get a pretty nifty bonus of 8% here, pretty much. So when we inflict skill damage. So the key here will be to be using skills that don't rely too much on percentage, but do rely much more on direct effects, so that this will trigger regularly. So we have an idea of what we can do here. The rest is pretty standard. It's the dodge, this and that. So what is the second mechanic that should give us what we need to do? It has the freezing, and that's why I don't like it compared to the Earth Dragon, because Earth Dragon gets the stun first thing, all right, while he gets healing on the first one. It's good healing, but like I said, it's not enough for the archetype. So we do have access to delay and damage prevention. That is what stun does. So we're already stalling, and we already know that we have live gain capacity, so we can work with that. We know that we are underpowered, that we don't deal much damage, but that most of our characters are resilient. So they are sturdy, they are tough. So maybe we can do something with this. So the first recommendation is Arald. Arald is an excellent frontliner. He's very tough. And if you look at his ability here, his energy skills, inflicts physical damage on a target row. So it's a row, it's a half AoE. And reducing its physical defense by 10.5, and has a 50% chance of suffocating them. So that is nice. The suffocate is really nice. It's a bleeding effect. Inflicting physical damage 90% and going up. So that's twice, so 180% damage. So that guy can actually take a hit, and he can deal damage, and on a off and off basis, he can also add extra damage. So this guy wants talents that will make him more resilient. I would suggest going with this lifelink. That will be something that is really good. You can work after that with either fighting will. There is many skills. We're gonna go and see them in the tower. Then, as another frontliner, I do not own it. So it's here, Ramses. Again, we're going with a footman. So this one is spear. Will help you counter the opposing cavalry. That's important. Ramses is very sturdy as well. He inflicts physical damage 100% on enemy targets directly ahead and disarms them, so their damage decreased by 7.5% per 6 seconds. So, of course, this increase with level. So, again, we're getting damage plus damage reducing. So, we're tanking again. So, he wants talents in the same range as Arald, but this this one is a bit more of a damage dealer than Arald. So skills like Berserk are to be heavily considered to be put on that guy. Other option, if you have him, you can play Attila, his Cav. Personally, I don't recommend it. I find that Arald and Ramses makes a better combo than Attila and Ramses or Attila and Arald. And that's basically because by having two footmen up front, basically you're going to counter the cavalry most of the time. And if you're not countering it, at least they are very sturdy, so they can take the hit. And with Ramses, you stand a chance to actually have the counter to the cavalry. While with Attila, well, it's going to be an even match, and cavalry-wise, Attila is not going to be as strong as the good cavalry commander. So I do not recommend playing him. If you have to play him, then you play him like a damage dealer type of archetype, and because of his skill, knocks up all enemy targets within the fan-shaped zone. So that means front row, basically. Inflicts massive physical damage, 69 when he starts, and has 15% chance of silencing, which is really, again, that's the same logic. We're tanking and dealing damage. He deals really good damage. The problem is really that he is cavalry, which with water, it's not what I want to see. We're not damage dealers per se, so cavalry, the best offense in the game, is not something that we can use effectively. The silence is really nice, but we're getting delays effect as good on the two other heroes I've suggested. So this is why I do not recommend Attila. Then, for the back row, of course, Merlin the Great. So Merlin is great, right? He is the key piece that you will have in your back row. So basically, you build him like a Cleopatra. So you want to have concentration, that's for sure. You can put chase on him to give him access to criticals, all right? And Heavenly Thunder or something like that. And that works pretty good for Merlin. There are better talents than Heavenly Thunder, but concentration must. Toxin, Fire Nova, pretty good, but the ultimate form should be Dragon Breath and Annihilation plus concentration. That should be the ultimate form of Merlin. Merlin, pay a lot of attention, mind him, work him, just treat him well, feed him, do whatever you want. All right, but this guy, he is your main guy in the water line, so you have to max him out. And really massive on everything, skills, everything. He is the one that makes the damage on your line. So those three and the back row. Now the back row is as a problem. We have Merlin, that's good, but our options for the back row after that is Yoshi, which is fine. Shoots 3 arrows in a row, each inflicts physical damage, good damage, to a random enemy unit, and that's my problem. He's shooting, at random 3 times, and it's a 50-50. So it's fine, but really, it's not something I can rely on. It's too much random. So this doesn't provide me with the stability I'm looking for. If I'm looking at the other options in blue, really, for the back row, there's only one left. But actually, I would like to suggest to you a couple of ideas that are far better than the usuals. So we have Dido. This would be the ultimate iteration for the water build. But Dido is expensive to get, kind of hard to get. So I don't know if you can get her. That'll make this work. All right, that'll make the water line really work. It gives frost armors to all allies for 9 seconds. Frost armors increase physical defense to 600% of the target level. That is an amazing defense boost. For tanking, it's really amazing. With the proper talents to boost that up, she will enable you to survive massively. Like I said, problem is acquisition. It also has a 35% chance of inflicting chill on the attacker when receiving a normal attack, reducing their attack speed by 6 for 6 seconds. So again, delaying action, etc. So like you see, this is our key piece if I want to go tank with the water archetype. So Ramses and Arald plus this would make excellent tanking capacity. And then you have Merlin that will deal the most of the damage. That is one idea that you can work with. If you go that way, then Arald wants skills like Berserk. He wants skills like we'll go and see. So that's the first. That's the first thing that you can do to solve your back row. You can go ahead and Troy, but that's underpowered. So I'm not even going to get into that. That's too underpowered to make it work. So other options that you can consider to fix your line. You have Genghis Khan. This little guy will actually gives you access to a lot of damage, cause wounds that cannot be healed, and this is the key. If you cannot go healing, well, why don't you go prevent healing, which most builds you're going to fight against do. So this guy, included in a water build, properly configured with the talents like ranging from anger and triggered effects, anything that boosts is physical and that has physical attack, ranged ones, it's gonna be massively good for him. He will fix some of the problem on the water line. This is not my best choice for fixing the water line, but it is one that can work. Um, you can use my favorite solution. It's an expensive one, I'm telling you right now, but if you are going to try to play water, you should try to play water as well as possible. So in order to do that, we have this gal, Elizabeth Bathory, the Shadow Queen. Uh, Amazingly good, but here's why she'd be perfect. First, she's double damage on pretty much everything you're gonna fight. All right, that brings you massive damage to your water build, which you are lacking. Secondly, look at her skill. Inflicts physical damage 75% on 2 random units for every 3 seconds for 15 seconds. And transfer 25% of the damage caster HP. So she recuperates 25% of what she does as damage to herself. She heals, all right? And she deals damage. If the target has already been attacked by this skill, which triggers often enough, right? Every 3 seconds for 15 seconds, you have a lot of chances of having this land multiples. Then it inflicts physical damage as well. Again, but this time twice the amount to the target and all surrounding enemies, with a ninth chance of causing stuns for 4 seconds. So she has the stun mechanic to reinforce the stun mechanic of your dragon. She has life gain, so she can be very sturdy and stay in the back alive. She can deal massive damage, and she is physical. That's the key. She is physical. She's not going to steal skills from Merlin. So we can actually max out her skills, play for water with the dragon, and have the proper resonance. And this changes your build entirely. So this is, according to my analysis, one of the best solution you can get and do to fix a water line in the end game. Get her with the VIP if you can. If you're lucky to get her somewhere else, well, kudos. But I mean, if you get the VIP 10, she's $5 to open. You know what I mean? If you spend that much to get there, open her, please. So that's it. Those are the best solution I can see to fix the back row. Like I said, there is a land that is available, but it's not a viable solution in the end game. I do like a lot Ditto. Ditto works perfectly. If you can't get to that, then I could recommend, although those are not easy solution and I don't like them as much as Elizabeth, but for back row, Theodora is something you might want to think about. She heals pretty good. She dispels continuous damage effect. So that will make you a real tank as well. She's not going to give you the damage that Elizabeth does. On the other hand, she's not weak to any element. She's not going to grant you more damage like Elizabeth does, but this affects all your line. So she is a really good solution. Again, properly maxed out with the proper skill. We want healing skills for her, so mainly. So that way she could work. Problem, she is magic. So that's a bit of a problem since it's gonna duplicate Merlin, but since she's not using at all the same type of skill as he does, that will not matter at all. It won't impair the efficiency of the magic line, and you're gonna have double magic line, which in some cases is excellent if you boost it properly. Especially if you go and get the equipments that will reduce the magical damage you receive and put that on your magical spellcasters, they will become very resilient to magic and deal massive magical damage. So that's basically it. We can go into the talk quickly. All right. And basically, you are aiming at first for talents like wisdom, all right, or even penance. So you want sometimes talents like this, grace, all right. But depending if you are playing archer, if you are aiming to have one archer in the back line, then you have to consider combo as a skill. It will go nicely. Root is a must. You must get that. Equip it somewhere on your back row, preferably, but it can go front row. Um, Other than that, then well, you can go something like defensive physical shield. I don't advise it really. You want for Arald and stuff like Garrett, stuff like Fighting Master. That one definitely. Lifelink, Rage, Berserk. I mean this. You want this, you know. So, but basically, you build to properly select the skills. The only thing you got to do is figure out what I want to do with that guy. All right. So I need to deal damage? Do I need him to resist? What do I need him to do exactly? And then you pick the talents, the combination of talents that will max that aspect. You can only work on one aspect of a character to max it out. Don't even try getting all around characters that are good at everything. You're gonna suffer so much. This is a universe where you max out something and go with it. So that's it, folks. This is the advice I can give you right now for the water build. I'm sorry, I would have liked to go more in depth into it, but the lack of the line first, and secondly, because we don't want you to play water, people. The only reason to play water is if you're stuck with it. All right. So it'll cost you so much late game to be a water player that I really, 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 really advise you not to. So, anyways, so thanks for watching this. To my brethren of War Alliance on 119, I'll see you soon. Do all that good stuff. Subscribe, share, like. You can bless the YouTube God that way. Help my little channel. Help me with recruiting more members for 119. To the other people, 119 is a very cool and open server. We need new people. We're gonna teach you the game. You can join red, you can join green. They need help. In blue, we're okay. So we're not looking for more blue players. Please, green and reds, come and rally to your colors. Help AOT, KIA, no, and the Through League to evolve and get better so that War gets a competition on 119. So until next time, this is Gamer with Opinion, wishing you a good day and take care, everybody.